made the play and I changed the game. Holy.
Everybody, it's about to get live. I don't know if you guys saw that in the events. Told you, I am not about to go marshmallow on you today. Do you understand? So we're gonna be doing this, and I told you guys, get ready, man. Okay, get ready. Step by step, we're growing, we're expanding, we're adding, benefits, bonuses. We're just getting it in, okay? And keep it flowing, so when it's your turn to do it, you do it, right? That's why we say, start your small study groups with people, right? Get some people in, let them see what you're doing, let them get, used to it a little bit. Let them see you doing it all the time. Start a small study group, show them like, hey, this is what you do here, this is what you do there. You see what happened here? A lot of people made money right here, right here, right here, right there, right? Small study group. This is easy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now I'm going to be showing you guys some videos over the next few meetings that we're going to be having. Okay, and it's essentially going to be literally the kickoff. Okay, the way that you're about to see the market is going to change. The way you're about to see the world is going to change. The way that you are about to view your success in the world is about to change, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So you guys all know we have the Candlestick Trading Bible. This is, for me, I would say, this is not even an option of saying, well, do I want to read it right now, or I'll read it later. If you have enough time to ask yourself that question, you need to read. Spend that time reading it. You need to read this Candlestick Bible. You need to understand candlesticks, and I'm going to show you guys a video today that's going to pretty much break down a little bit of that as far as emotions in the market. Okay, if you read the Candlestick Bible, you're going to find out. All right, there's a Japanese dude. He got down. You understand? The Eastern world. They was trading that rice, buddy. You understand? Y'all know how Asians do. Y'all know. Come on, we got some Asians on the line. We got some Asians on. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all kill it, brothers and sisters. Y'all be destroying them things, man. Okay. And so candles came from there, guys. Candles came from there. They understood that the markets, there was a lot of emotions. There was a lot of emotions involved. Okay. And so now you have the big banks and the governments utilizing these wisdoms and knowledges, okay, and they're playing it to the tune, ladies and gentlemen. So if you know the game, you're gonna play the game the right way, and you're gonna see your wins be a lot more consistent, and they're going to be bigger, okay, and your risk to reward, that ratio, all right, it's gonna look real safe for you. Because you know the game. It's about knowing the game, the real game. Okay? All right. So let me open this up. Wait, let me I don't know if I was even sharing the right screen, but that's all right. Let me go to this one. See, it's ridiculous. All right, so what you guys are going to be getting exposed to before I show you guys this delicious video. I won't keep you long, not today. Okay, tomorrow on Sundays, be prepared to get your minds ready for the markets, because that's when the markets open back up. Of course, crypto, like Ripple here, is open all day. You understand? If cryptocurrency, if money were hookers, okay, cryptocurrency ain't got no legs. You understand? Just open. All right, that was too much. But guys, girls, we're going to be utilizing the eyes of the banks. I'm going to be showing you guys what the banks see. Now, if you're a trader, you're on here and you're a trader, would you like to know what the banks see? If you can type and you're not driving like Miss Diane, don't do it. Okay. If you could type in, yeah, you want to see what the banks can see, or no, you just want to kind of stay as blind as you can be. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, girls, I'm about to show you some stuff. You need to get your people on. Do you understand? You need to get your people on. All right? We're kicking it up. Kawanda 2020 vision, baby. We're kicking it up, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And so we're going to be going over certain things that you guys need to know as traders, like support and resistance. Matter of fact, if you guys haven't broken open your 2-week syllabus, it's like literally one of the first things you're going to be going through is support and resistance. Okay? All right? It's important to know support and resistance. It tells what happened in the history of that certain, whatever it is, if it's crypto or if it's oil, do you understand? If it's fiat, it doesn't matter. Okay? It tells you the plays that were made. And if you know the history of what things were going on around those times, you get it. And you can match that up. Just like right now, look at the coronavirus. What happened? Literally, the stock market and all of them were crashing, NASDAQ and all of them, they still bleeding. But what happened? 5 people died in the US. They old as hell. 2 of them probably fell down the stairs and died. You understand what I'm saying? But they pushing this media, they pushing the news, and we help them. Social media, we had it everywhere. There's no tissue. There's no tissue. Everybody went out and bought some damn tissue. Who was in that position? Who got money? Who got the money? You gotta look at it. It's the game, you better learn it. Do you understand? Some of this is going to be unfortunate that you hear, and you might not, want to believe in it, or your morals as a human might be a little too strong. Control your emotions. Control your emotions. When you're in the mindset of trading, you better be in the mindset of money. And you need to learn this so you can teach it to your kids and your generations can grow a little bit stronger. That's how you help the world. You can't help the whole world. Let's start with us. You understand? You can't be attached. I'm going to be showing you guys some crazy. Ken's one of my crypto road dogs. We used to do them ICOs before they kicked us all out, and it got all weird and strange. And you guys don't even know what was going on. All right, but you guys, we're going to be looking at stuff like this. We're going to be knowing who's in the market. Would you like to know that 80% of the retail traders are going bullish in Bitcoin? Type of 1 if you would like to know if 80% of the trades in Bitcoin were bullish. What are you going to be able to do with that knowledge? Probably make a play like the bank. We're about to take 80% of the people money, so let's do it. Go. Guys, girls, this is some powerful stuff, man. If you're brand new to trading and you have no idea what's going on, I'm slapping you in the face with gold and diamonds. That's why you're sore in the eyes. All right. Enough of this. Enough of this. Okay, everybody, prepare. I need for you to be in the right mental mind state. You're about to be opened up to the game. I'm going to fast forward your learning and experience and what's going on. And I'm going to do it in a span of a few days. Okay? When I came into the trading world, cryptocurrency, guys, who could I go to? I could go to nobody. And then my friends and I started meeting new people and we started tackling that thing together. But we were all we had. We had to figure it out by losing, winning. I sent $20,000 of my MCO cryptocurrency to the wrong address, lost it. We had to go through it. I'm about to take you guys through it, okay? Without you guys losing. You understand? You know the game, it's a wrap. All right, so let's go ahead and play this video. You guys give me a 1 if you guys can hear it, okay? I'm gonna be pressing play real quick. Now I'm gonna shut up.
VP, and this is the most important video I am probably ever going to make for you. Because this is what the 99% doesn't know and the 1% does. You hear me talk about the 99%.
This is my boy Vista, all right? So pay attention. He's a beast. A beast. Do you understand? Okay. So let's go. Let's get it.
Those Forex traders that either lose money, break even, or just barely eke out a profit. Most of them have no idea what this is, but I can guarantee you every top trader that I know knows exactly what this is, and they trade by it. So in this video, I am going to reveal to you the #1 thing you need to know about trading Forex. And sorry to most of you, it's not some easy little tip or a hack or some cutesy little indicator. That's not what this is. If you came looking for that, you are a losing Forex trader, and you're probably always going to be a losing Forex trader because you're not worried about core concepts. You're worried about chasing rainbows. You're worried about finding that one little trick or hack that's going to somehow get you to beat a $4 to $5 trillion a day market. How ridiculous does that even sound? So no, it's nothing like that. It's actually far more important. And then I'm going to show you how it all goes down. And after I tell you what this is, you may not even believe it exists. To some people who are lazy and don't think things through, they're going to think right away, oh, this is some kind of conspiracy, this doesn't really happen. Well, no, it does, and it happens every day over and over again, and I'm going to prove it to you in a couple different ways. Now, the reason most people don't know this is not even really their fault. There's not much information out there. You almost have to have somebody to come out and tell you about it. That's why the 99% doesn't know. But I had to have it told to me, and I did, by a guy who taught me a lot about Forex early on. Some of you guys might actually know who this is. He goes by Inner Circle Trader, ICT. His name was Michael, and a really smart trader, a very eccentric trader. He would fly off the handle often. His Twitter feed was great fun back when it existed, but he's very reclusive right now. But he had been trading for 20 years, plus at the time, traded for Wall Street, did all that. And he explained this concept to me, and then I still had a few questions left open. So I did some deeper study and got those questions answered. And now I had figured out something that most people have never learned in their entire lives. And honestly, had I have not learned this, I might not be talking to you right now, because I don't think there's any way I could have gotten out of that 99% myself. But I did, and here we are. And so now I'm going to pass that knowledge down to you. So let's do this. Now, my question to you is, who controls price? Who makes price go up and down on any currency pair in the Forex market? It's not us. It's not like stocks, to where you have enough people flood into a stock or enough people leave a stock. That's going to make the price go up or down. No, it's somebody else, and it's us versus them. We as traders are fighting this big bad entity that is making price go up and down and is taking our money. The #1 Forex strategy in the world is to know your enemy. And why would you not do this? If you were a top fighter and you had a serious prize fight tomorrow, would you really just not study your enemy at all? Not know what they do, what their tendencies are, what they like and what they don't like? No, of course. You would know them better than they know themselves. You would dissect them inside and out. That's why you're as good as you are. If you were a top football team, you have game film on every opponent out there, and you study it, so you know exactly how to go beat them. But in Forex, somehow we don't do this, even though there is absolutely an us versus them scenario going on every single day. But like I said, most of you don't even know that there is an enemy out there and who it is. So let me go ahead and tell you right now. Our enemy is what I refer to as the big banks. There is something called interbank. And interbank as a whole is responsible for making price go up and down. But there are 4 to 5 world banks out there that control over 50% of interbank. So it's pretty much their call. And boy, do they love spot Forex traders. They get to take our money over and over again every single day. So if you're kind of wondering who these banks are, for the most part, these are the main players. As far as I know, is definitely Deutsche Bank, Citi, JP Morgan Chase, HSBC, definitely those four. Over the last couple years, there might have been some Chinese banks moving into the game, but I do know it's the top four for sure. And boy, is it good to be king, because here's what they do. So for starters, they need liquidity to make price go up and down. They need extra money so they can put it back into the market and decide whether the price of any currency pair is going up or whether it's going to go down. Now, where do you think they get that money from? Us. Yeah, it's because we are a constant replenishing cycle of money. And this just keeps happening every single day. If you ever lose money in your account, where do you think it goes? It goes to the big banks, and they have ultimate control. That's pretty scary. But I'm going to give you a sneak preview of how you beat this. And the way you beat this is to not be popular. You do not want to be the popular kid in this situation, because the popular kids get picked on over and over again in the Forex market. It's the opposite of high school. But you really don't want to be a nerd either, because everybody knows who the nerds are too. You want to be that guy who's completely under the radar, that almost nobody knows even exists. Those are the people that sneak away with the money at the end of the day as far as Forex traders go. But let's talk about what the banks do a little further. I'm going to tell you now how they actually do what they do. They have a gigantic advantage because they wake up every morning and they can see where our money is sitting in every currency. Not you individually, but collectively as a whole. So they can get up and look at the euro, for example, and know that out of all the money being traded in the euro right now, for example, 60% of that money is going long and 40% of that is going short. That's really good to know, but it doesn't just stop there. They also know where the orders are. If there are long orders sitting above price, or if there are short orders sitting below price, and how big those orders are. So they not only can see the present, they can see the future. Yeah, must be nice. Because now the decision's easy. All they gotta do is find out where the popular kids are, where the majority of the money is sitting, and just take price the other way. Because those people who are going long are gonna give up and relinquish their money over to the banks over time. Now the traders who are going short have a chance of winning, but they might still screw that up. You know, most traders have terrible money management. So they're gonna take everybody who went long's money and some of the people who went short's money. It is good to be king. So I want to break this down even further because I want to make sure you know exactly how this goes down. Let's do kind of a real life scenario here. So in this example, we're going to take the pound dollar, and let's just say that right now 65% of all the money out there trading on the pound dollar is long and 35% is short. And in this exercise, you are actually going long. You are one of the popular kids, not where you want to be, but you don't get to know what the banks know, and you have decided to go long. Let's go to a chart. All right, so pound dollar 15-minute chart. I am shooting this on the weekend, so it's good. You know, prices are going to move up and down, and we can just take our time here now. So what ended up happening on the 15-minute chart is you have this consolidation period where banks were just trading with each other, slowly getting a read on where the money was going. And they figured out that 65% was going long, 35% was going short. In this exercise, remember, you are going long. So, surprise, surprise, here's what happened. Banks take price short. Like I said, big surprise there. So we go back to our chart and went up a little bit just to get you excited. And down we go. Now, you start losing money. You have just lost 50 pips in a very short amount of time. What do? Well, either prices already hit your stop loss and you've already lost the trade, or at this point you're like, well, I think I've lost enough. I'm going to go ahead and cut bait and go look somewhere else. Or you're saying, well, let's ride this thing. Let's see where it goes. I still have faith that it's going to come back my way. And then it does. Because price just doesn't go straight up or down. Price moves in waves. So we see it here. Get a nice little retracement. Now you're not down 50 pips. Let's see what you're down. Well, you were in the 50s now. Okay, not so bad. 30, 35 pips. Now you have another decision to make. Do you take a loss, but it's a smaller loss, so you're feeling okay about it? Or do you still keep the faith and let that thing come back to you? What'd you do? Did you hang on to it? Shouldn't have. Yeah. Look at that. All the way down. And towards the end of the day, it didn't get better. And that's where we currently sit. You have lost close to 145 pips in a very short amount of time. Guys, I mostly trade off the daily chart, and I don't have losses like this. And whether you did or not, a lot of traders experience this phenomenon every single day. And it all started because they were on the popular side. And that's free money for the banks. So at some point, whether it was a little or a lot, traders give up, close their positions out, and relinquish their money to the big banks. And then this phenomenon just keeps happening over and over again. Now, if you just happen to be short, you probably did pretty good. It's kind of the same scenario, really. Banks took price short, you started making your money. Once that wave came back up, you might have taken some profit, which would have been a good move. Or you just let it ride, which isn't a very smart move, but it benefited you this time. But believe it or not, you just made 145 pips in a very short amount of time if you kept that trade. But a lot of people never take anything off the table. They just let it ride. And this was the weekend. You guys know what happens when pairs gap up or down. They could lose all 145 of those pips tomorrow as soon as the market opens up again. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen a lot. So banks not only crush these people, they're actually going to get getting some money back from these people too. The great double dip. Now look, this will not happen all the time. Every once in a while, you got to give the popular kids a win, and this is known as the blackjack theory. So you can't just let people lose all the time. You have to let that dumb money get a win so they keep playing. You want them to feel good about themselves. You want to feed their ego. You want to tell them that what they just did was a really smart move and they're really, really onto something. Because you know it and I know it. When you get a win based on something that you did, whether it's something you put on your chart, whether it's a piece of advice you followed, whether it's a news event you were keen to, you feel so smart and it's such a euphoric feeling, you will actually dismiss and write off the next 5 to 10 losses because you were so self-validated in that one moment that you figure it's just a matter of time before you're right again. Casinos all know this, and the big banks know this too. And they do it just often enough to keep that dumb money around forever and ever and ever. And guys, this is a good thing because I'm going to show you how not to be dumb money. I'm going to show you how to be under the radar. And this is how we win. Not by beating the big banks. You can't beat the big banks. But you can be part of that minority that they allow to win over and over again. And the way you do that is simply by not being being on the other side, by not being the majority. And there's ways to do that. We'll talk about it. But first off, I need to prove this actually happens, because this is the point where a lot of you think that I'm just talking high theory. This isn't something you can actually see manifest itself over and over again. It actually is. And there's a couple ways why. First off, I'm going to talk about the Euro Swissy crash, because never were the big banks so obviously in play than when the Euro Swissy crashed back in 2015. I'm also going to show you a little known tool that you can go access right now, and it shows you how every time traders go one way, price goes the other way. So let's go visit that first one now. I love talking about this, the Euro Swissy crash, because it is so fascinating. So here's what happened. The Swiss National Bank said a long time ago that the Swissy will not drop below 1.2 euro. This was called a peg. Just imagine on a chart, a line was put right there at 1.2 on the Euro Swissy, and the Swiss National Bank said price will never drop below this. So traders see that, and they all think they're slick and clever, and everybody put long positions out on the Euro Swissy, because if it can't go below that, it can only go up, right? There's only one of two ways it can go, and down's not one of them. And so it was a 70-to-1 long to short. I've never seen anything even close to that ratio. So what it means is for every one trader who was going short, that actually believed that it could fall below that peg, there were 70 traders out there that were going long. They couldn't lose, right? It was only how much they were going to win. So knowing what you know now and learning what you just learned, what do you think the banks did? Do you think they just shrugged their shoulders and be like, well, we're just going to give these people all their free money? Or do you think they saw all that free money for themselves sitting out there and all they had to do was get rid of that peg? What do you think happened? Yeah, crash. That peg got removed. And to say price went down hard would be an understatement. Let's go look at it. So you ever seen a chart like this? I don't think I have. This is pretty crazy. Look at all these little tiny candles, because price did move up and down a little bit, but in a very small range. But because of that peg, the euro and the Swissy were so highly correlated that, you know, price really didn't move much at all. And I'll show you where the peg was. Right about, let's move it up a little bit. Right about there.
All right. So tomorrow we're gonna look at that demonstration there. So I need for you guys to come on back, because it's about to get real strange, real weird. And then we're gonna cover that tool that he was talking about. I showed you guys earlier, right? And we went over that. Okay, we're gonna be getting it in, guys. You gotta have. It's good that you know all the technicals. Yeah, you got all that data, right? You got arrows and lines and stars and fireworks. Yeah, that's good. But having the eyes of the banks? Shit, what are you talking about, man? Let's go. Yo, who's ready? Y'all ready for tomorrow? Hey, I learned from Netflix how to cliffhanger. What? I'm upgrading myself, guys. I'm adding cliffhangers. You better catch up. Jose says, I came in late, could not find a Zoom link. This is recorded. I will place this video inside of the paid group, but I won't be placing any other outside of that. So you got to be here. Okay, Saturday and Sunday is gonna be real special for y'all. Let's go, man! Operation Promised Land. If you're ready to get there, then let's just get there. You understand? Let's stop going around the mountain, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get there. Operation Cliffhanger. I can't take it, man. You guys are too much. Listen, I love you all. Stay in peace, not in pieces. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay? I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I know I will. Oh, I bring some popcorn and some paper and some notes. It's going down tomorrow. All right. I will be changing the Zoom, so it's we gotta do like at least 2 hours tomorrow, because we gotta get it in. We gotta see that market open up. You understand?
Guys in pieces. Says not in pieces. You just left us in pieces with that cliffhanger.
Let's go.
What you about him?
Hey, the choice is yours. You could become whole tomorrow, or you could just leave yourself in pieces. You could be Humpty Dumpty.
Off the mountain.
Who want to be Humpty Dumpty?
Look like him right now.
Hey, I got you guys, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, enjoy. Bring your team. Don't play. Make your team watch this video. Get them caught up today so they come in tomorrow on time. You understand? Got them.